Welcome back to Classic Radio Drama Theater. In this episode, we present a compelling quartet of radio's finest. We'll pursue an elusive truth behind a violent crime, unravel the mystery of a sudden disappearance, witness the transformative power of fashion and unexpected love, and then cap it all off with some legendary laughs. 4 stories, 4 distinct journeys, all in one captivating show. First, we join Sergeant Joe Friday for a perplexing Dragnet case in The Big Make, when a bakery robbery takes a bloody turn. Can the police untangle conflicting evidence and an anonymous confession to find the real culprit?
The story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Dragnet.
You're a detective sergeant. You're assigned to robbery detail. A small bakery shop in your city is held up. A man and his daughter are shot down without reason. Your job, get him.
Dragnet, the documented drama of an actual crime. For the next 30 minutes, in cooperation with the Los Angeles Police Department, you will travel step by step on the side of the law through an actual case from official police files. From beginning to end, from crime to punishment, Dragnet is the story of your police force in action.
It was Tuesday, November 3rd. It was chilly in Los Angeles. We were working the night watch out of robbery detail. My partner's Ben Romero. The boss is Captain Ed Walker. My name's Friday. It was 5 minutes to midnight when we got to 318 Silver Avenue, Stendel's bakery shop.
Yeah?
Romero and Friday, Central Robbery.
I'm Jacobs, Unit 16R. My partner Olson's back there in the shop talking to the owner.
You answered the call, did you?
Yeah, must have been a crazy man. Shot 2 of them down, cold blood. There they go in the ambulance now. Shot up pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. Who runs the place?
Swedish family named Stendahl. Father, mother, 2 daughters. All 4 of them work in the bakery here.
Mm-hmm. They all here at the time of the robbery?
Yeah, the hold-up man shot the father and the oldest daughter. The mother and the younger girl are in the back, straight through that door.
Okay. Thanks, Jacob.
Right, Sergeant.
Joe. On the side of the door here. Looks like a bullet hole.
Hey, Jacob,
Yeah, Sergeant.
you want to call into the crime lab, ask them to send somebody out?
Right.
Thank you.
All right. You Olson?
That's right.
Romero and Friday, Central Robbery.
Oh, how are you? These are 2 of the victims, Mrs. Signe Stendhal. The girl's her daughter, name's Jennifer.
Any other witnesses?
Not so far. Neighborhood around here is pretty deserted this time of night. Hold-up man made a fast getaway.
The 2 people who were shot, what kind of shape are they in?
The father, Mr. Stendhal, he's got a bullet wound in the right shoulder. Older daughter's a lot worse. Her name's June. 19 years old, shot 4 or 5 times through the stomach.
Mm-hmm. You want to stand by?
Right, yeah.
Okay. Mrs. Stendhal, we're from robbery detail.
Ja, how do you do?
What do you do?
Jenny, var snäll och se ansiktsplats för herrarna. 2 stolar.
Yes, Mama.
You will excuse me for not getting up, officer. I don't feel so well.
That's perfectly all right, ma'am.
Chair for you, officer.
Oh, thank you. I'll get it.
Thank you very much. You and your daughter here were in the front of the bakery shop at the time of the robbery. Is that right, Miss Stendhal?
No. Jenny was back here with her father. That's Lars, my husband. Uni and I were in the shop in front.
Oh, who were you with, ma'am?
Uni and I.
Joe?
Mama means June. My older sister, she calls her Junie.
Yeah, Yun.
Oh, well.
You mind telling us what happened?
Yun and I was scrubbing the floor of the shop. Every Tuesday night, we scrubbed the floor of the shop. Then this man came in and pointed a gun. He wanted our money.
About what time did he come in?
11:15, 11:20. I don't remember for certain. He wanted our money, and I gave it to him.
How much was that, ma'am?
Jenny, du vet. Hur mycket pengar var det förresten?
$24.
Yeah, $24. Just the paper money. He took it and put it in his pocket. June, my daughter, she started to cry. The man hit her. She cried some more. Then Lars and Jenny came running from the back.
Yes, ma'am.
The man pointed the gun. He made Lars and me and Jenny stand against that wall. But not June. He took hold of her. Jenny, hur ser du dig? Den vägen din mannen. Han var June.
He was getting fresh with her, Mama. The man tried to get fresh with June officers. June hit him. He tried to drag her out the door with him.
Yeah, June hit him. Hit him good. And he went like that, threw her against the counter and pushed June down. Crazy man. Crazy look. He kicked her.
Mm-hmm.
Then Lars, my husband, he ran at the man. He heard the gun loud, and Lars fell down.
And I screamed.
Yeah. He turned and I saw the man standing over you. He pointed the gun down at her.
Yes, ma'am.
Crazy look on him. He kept shooting her 4, maybe 5 times. Jenny screamed. She kept screaming. The man ran out the door.
It's all right now, Miss Kimball.
Had either one of you ever seen this man before?
No.
No, neither did I.
Would you know him if you saw him again?
Yeah, I think so.
I would, officer. I got a good look at him. He was wearing a blue cap like a baseball player wears.
Mm-hmm. How'd he get away? Was he on foot or did he have a car?
Nobody followed him, but after he left, I heard a car start up down the block, and then it drove away.
Do you have anything else to add, Mrs. Stenley?
I hope you catch the man. He's bad. Please catch him.
Yes, ma'am. We're going to try.
Jenny, var snäll och ge mig nickels ifrån kassan.
Yes, Mom. Here, Mama.
Here, officer. When you find the man, please call me.
You keep the nickels. We'll call you. Before we left the scene of the robbery and shooting, Mrs. Stendhal and her daughter gave us their description of the hold-up man, together with the clothing he wore. The suspect had no outstanding physical characteristics that they'd noticed. The only thing unusual about his clothing was that he wore what appeared to be a baseball cap at the time of the hold-up. She described the cap as light blue with a visor. Together with Officers Bechtel and Lopez from Central Robbery, we canvassed the immediate neighborhood for other possible witnesses. We found none. The next morning, we went out to the hospital. The condition of the older daughter, June, was critical. We interviewed the father. He could tell us nothing. At 10 a.m., Mrs. Stendhal and her younger girl, Jenny, were brought to the office, and we started them looking through mug books of parolees previously convicted of armed robbery. Within 2 hours, both of them positively identified the picture of a recent San Quentin release as that of the hold-up man. His name was Harold Best. We started a quick rundown.
You pulled the package, Johnny?
Yeah, here's the dope. Harold Best. Alias Harold Norris, alias Harold Thompson, alias Tom Norris. One term for armed robbery in Q. Got out 4 months ago. MO and description both match.
How about the ex-con file? Did you check it?
He's registered. Did you get a hold of his parole officer?
Yeah, 2440 Excelsior Avenue, his rooming house.
Well, that checks the ex-con files.
Parole officer says Best went to work 2 weeks ago at a filling station over on Vermont.
Yeah?
Doesn't seem to be able to hold a job. Quarrelsome, run himself into debt. I got it. Robbery, Romero. Yeah, right. That's all, huh? Yeah. Right, bye. Ray Pinker at the crime lab. They checked the slugs taken from the 2 victims.
Yeah?
They came from a .32 caliber revolver. Probably a Colt.
Anything else?
That's it. Not too bad a start.
We've had worse.
Yeah. Maybe we can make that phone call pretty quick.
2 p.m. Wednesday. Ben and I drove out to his rooming house at 2440 Excelsior Avenue, and we found that Herbert Best was still living there. We had the landlady show us his room. Besides the usual personal belongings, we came across nothing of consequence. After questioning the landlady, we drove to the service station on Vermont Avenue, where Best was supposed to be employed.
I don't see anyone around.
Well, hey, there's a fellow over there greasing your car in the rack.
Oh, yeah. That looks like Best.
Mm-hmm. Hey, fella, you.
Yeah?
Can you tell us if there's a Herbert Best working here?
Sure, I'm him. Why?
Police officers would like to talk to you.
Yeah? What's the matter?
Routine investigation. Got a few questions for you.
Supposed to have this car greased up a 3:45. What am I supposed to do, please? You or boss?
I'll find him, Joe. You got any heat on you?
No. What's it all about?
How long's this going to be?
Couple minutes. Won't take more than a grease job. Put this thing in shape.
Well, we'll wait for you.
How'd you find me? A nosy landlady of mine?
No, routine channels.
Every fettin' on this trap was froze. Piece of junk. Well, what's it all about?
Got a few things to straighten out, Best. How long you been working here?
You didn't drive out here for that. That's not your game. What's the pitch?
Routine investigation. We'd like to know where you've been spending your nights.
For instance?
Sunday night? Where were you?
Well, I don't know. I went to a show. Yeah, I saw a Mickey Rooney picture.
Where?
Downtown. I had a beer after the show. Come home.
How about Monday night?
I went home after work. I was pooped. Went to bed early.
Can you prove it?
Landlady saw me come in, always snooping around. She ought to know if I was there or not.
How about last night, Tuesday?
Played some cards with a friend of mine, him and his wife, Penny Annie Booker.
Where?
Their place, it's down on Pico, near the park. You can ask them.
What time did you get there?
Well, I'm not sure. About 8 o'clock, I guess.
What time did you leave?
What's it all about?
What time did you leave?
Around midnight, yeah. Must have been around midnight.
What'd you play with your friend and his wife?
Poker. I lost as usual. Took a streetcar home, went to bed.
Sure you didn't leave earlier?
Of course I'm sure. It was around midnight, I remember.
How do you remember?
I looked at my watch. Good enough for you?
What time did you get home?
Well, it takes about a half hour on a trolley. Must have been about 12:30.
Did your landlady see you come in?
I don't know if she saw me or not. Always snooping around. Probably did.
You're not sure?
No, of course I'm not sure. She looks for me. I don't look for her.
You own a gun, Best?
You know better than that, copper. Ex-cons can't have a gun.
Your friend and his wife. Now, they're going to back you up if you were playing cards with them till midnight.
Why not? I was. Say, there's a boss looking for me. I better let him know I'm here.
Just a minute, Best.
Yeah?
What's that you got in your back pocket there?
Huh?
In your back pocket, the right one there.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Baseball cap. Why?
p.m. Ben and I checked the suspect's locker at the service station and then drove him back to the office to the interrogation room. We continued questioning him. He denied any knowledge of the holdup and shooting at Stendhal's bakery shop the night before. We asked him again about the friends he was supposed to be playing cards with at the time of the robbery. He told us that they lived over on Pico, but he couldn't remember the address. He volunteered to direct us there, but he said they wouldn't be home. He told us their names were Mr. and Mrs. Clyde Mitchell, and that they were in charge of the food concessions at one of the football stadiums in town. Best was held for suspicion of robbery. That night, we drove out and interviewed the landlady at his boarding house. She knew nothing of Best's whereabouts the previous night. She didn't know what time he left or what time he returned. Ben and I went over his room again. There was no sign of a gun. Friday, 2 p.m. Officers Bechtel and Lopez went out to the hospital to see if Mr. Stendhal and his daughter, June, could identify Best's mugshot. Ben and I drove out to the stadium to locate Mr. and Mrs. Clyde Mitchell. There was a high school football game going on.
High school kids sure have a lot of fun nowadays. Best years of your life, Joe.
You sound like you're 85.
Some nights I feel like it. The way those kids turn out for these things, you'd think UFC and Notre Dame were playing.
You see the number on that gate over there?
Yeah, it's 23. That the number the gatekeeper gave me?
Yeah. Must be the Mitchell stand over there. Come on.
Oh, miss, can you tell us where to find Mr. and Ms. Mitchell?
Yeah, around back to the stand. You knock on the door.
Thank you.
Yeah, come on in.
You Ms. Mitchell?
That's all right. What is it?
Police officers. Like to talk to you if you have a few minutes.
All right, I'm having a bite of lunch, but come on in. Shut the door.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Well, the food business, you never get a chance to feed yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, you care for some of these? New kind of potato chip. Revolutionary, it says.
Oh?
Mother Thompson's puff chips, flavored. Got all kinds, see? These here are a combination, see, garlic and eggplant. Sure tastes different. Have some?
No, thank you very much.
I would. Thank you. See, we're inquiring about a friend of yours, Ms. Mitchell. Maybe you can tell us something about him.
Oh, who's that?
Man by the name of Herbert Best.
Herb? Yeah, old-time friend of my husband's. What do you want to know?
You see him quite often, do you, Ms. Mitchell?
Mm-hmm. Once, twice a month. Clyde and I play cards or go out bowling with him. Herb's pretty good company.
When's the last time you saw him?
Early this week, Tuesday, I think it was.
Sure, it was Tuesday.
Let's see, yeah. It was. We played cards. Why?
At your place?
That's right, old poker. Clyde and Herb and me.
What time did Best get to your place, Ms. Mitchell?
Well, right after I finished up with the dinner dishes, around 7:45, I'd say.
How long did he stay?
A couple of hours. We sat around, had a few drinks, played poker, nickel limit.
What time did he leave? Do you remember that?
A little before 10, I think.
You sure of that, ma'am? It's important.
Sure as I can be. Must have left before 10 because Clyde and I listened to the 10 o'clock news alone. Then we went to bed right after.
Your friend Best tells us he didn't leave your place until midnight.
Oh, that's not right. There must be mixed up. He left before 10, I'm sure of that.
All right, Ms. Mitchell. Thank you.
Say, I hope I haven't said anything I shouldn't have. I know Herb's next con.
Yeah,
He likes to gamble. You're not checking up on him for Tuesday night, are you?
that's right.
You playing too much poker?
We're not playing enough. 3:30 p.m. We located Mr. Mitchell, corroborated his wife's story, and then we went back to the city hall. Officers Bechtel and Lopez were waiting for us. They told us that they had seen Mr. Stendhal and his daughter, June, at the hospital. Both of them had identified Herbert Best's mugshot as that of the holdup man. At a show-up, Mrs. Stendhal and her daughter identified Best. We checked auto records for all stolen cars that might tie in. There were none. We then started to work on the theory that he had taken a bus from his friend's place where he had been playing cards to the Stendhal bakery where the shooting took place. Lopez and Bechtel rode the bus over the same route. It took 43 minutes. Plenty of time for Best to have gotten from one place to the other, even on a slow run. We interviewed the bus driver who'd been on duty that particular line Tuesday night between 10 p.m. and midnight. He identified Best as one of his passengers, but he didn't remember where he got off. The next morning, Ben and I met with Ed Walker, captain of robbery.
Hi. How'd you make out? Just saw the deputy DA. Laid out the case for him. Yeah? We got the complaint. He'll be arraigned this afternoon.
How strong a case you got?
Well, each one of the Stendhal family identified Best. His alibi didn't stand up for Tuesday night.
Uh-huh.
And we got that bus driver. He tapped Best, too. And that blue baseball cap. All we need now is the holdup gun.
I hate to spoil it for you. This letter just came through in the mail. Have a look.
Thanks.
What do you think?
I read in the paper this morning about Herbert Best. You got the wrong guy. I'm the one who held up that bakery.
Every detail about that robbery is written down in that letter. The information wasn't in the newspaper story. Nobody else but the hold-up man would know all those details.
Yeah, wait a minute. Listen to this.
Yeah?
If you don't believe I'm the right man, I'll shoot up a couple of more jerks. Next time, I'll kill him.
It's no crank letter.
No, it isn't.
You got the wrong man.
After we received the anonymous letter in the mail confessing to the Stendhal bakery holdup, we met with the deputy district attorney. We acquainted him with the new facts in the case. That afternoon, the charges against Herbert Best were dropped. We started again at the beginning. 10 a.m. Monday, November 9th. The members of the Stendhal family were again shown mug books of ex-cons with robbery records. This time, they picked out 8 mug shots of known robbery men, each with a marked resemblance to the original suspect, Herbert Best. Together with officers Bechtel and Lopez, we started checking them out. The first 2 days, we tracked down 4 of the 8. All of the 4 were in the clear. 5:15 p.m., we got back to the city hall, the carpool.
See any empty spots, Joe?
No, but don't park it in any one of the city councilman's stalls.
Yeah, I might get sore.
Well, why don't you pull up here? Boyd will take care of it.
Yeah, okay.
That's good right there.
Doggone it, I knew there's something I forgot to do.
What's that?
Oh, they had an underwear sale today. That place down in South Fig, shorts, T-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Wife told me to be sure and get down there.
Well, that'll be another one. That place has sales all the time, don't they?
Only twice a year on underwear. Stuff I've got's not going to last till next time.
Friday? Ben? Wait a minute.
Gene back from here.
Hi, Beck.
Hi. What up?
Yeah. How'd you make out?
2 men we checked were clean. We picked up something 77th Street station. Now, go ahead, Ben.
Oh. Oh, what's that elevator door?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Well, what's with 77th Street?
Oh, a couple of men in traffic out there covered an accident this afternoon. 91st and Central, hit and run.
That's so?
One of our traffic cars saw the collision and took out after the guy. Chased him 10 blocks.
Mm-hmm.
But while they were chasing him, they thought they saw the driver throw something out of the car window.
Yeah, what?
I'm coming to that. When they finally pulled the car over, gray coupe, the driver told him his shoulder was wrenched in the accident. He was on his way to his own doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Our men took him to 77th Street and had the doc there look at him.
Yeah.
Well, the doc was treating the guy. Only one of the officers was in the room.
Mm-hmm.
When he turned to get a drink of water, the suspect slugged him, then the doctor. Jumped out of the window and got away. Teletype's out on him.
We went to an awful lot of trouble to beat a traffic rap.
Yeah, that's the way to impress the boys out there. They got out of broadcasting the guy and went back to the spot where they thought they saw the guy toss this thing out of his car when they were chasing him.
Did it pay off?
They found a .32 Colt revolver. Russ Camp's checking it now over in the crime lab.
What did they say the man looked like?
Description measures pretty close to our holdup guy.
I'll get it. Robbery Friday. Yeah, just a minute. You back.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Russ. Yeah. Okay, fine, right. Russ Camp checked the .32 revolver with the slugs in the Stendhal case.
Yeah.
Positive make.
The gray coupe, which the unidentified suspect had been driving, had been checked out by traffic officers at 77th Street Division. They had found that the owner and driver of the car was a man named Bruno Stock, a two-time loser with a page full of major and minor crimes to his credit. We checked his mama sheet, and we got out a broadcast on him and an APB. A stakeout had been placed at his last known address. We picked up a sandwich and a cup of coffee for dinner, and then we started checking out Bruno Stock's relatives and friends. By 6 o'clock the following night, we still had no idea where he was. A little after 9 p.m., we got a call from an informant who told us that a Tommy Josephson, a small-time thief and reputedly a friend of Bruno Stock's, wanted to talk to us. We found him in a small apartment over on West 6th.
One thing I want to set you straight on. Bruno's no friend of mine. He's in on the heavy rackets. No heavy racket man's a friend of mine.
All right, we got it. Now where's Bruno?
He came here tonight, 6:15, moved right in on me, didn't even ask me.
What do you want with you?
Now, you remember, Bruno's no friend of mine.
Yeah, we got that. Now, what do you want?
A gun. He knew I had one. I keep it for self-protection. You can't trust these heavy men.
Did you give him the gun?
Give it to him. He took it. Shook me down like a rat. Made me go out and buy dinner for him. My own dough. Had to bring it back here from.
Yeah.
Bruno's no friend of mine. What he does with that gun is his grief. It's out of my hands.
When did he leave here?
An hour ago, I think. Maybe a little less. Shook me down like a rat. Real heavy guy.
Where was Bruno going?
I don't know. He's crazy. All them heavy guys are crazy. Talk like somebody with a paper head.
Did he tell you where he was going?
See a friend of his over in Dogtown. Guy runs a bowling alley. Bruno's going to borrow his car.
What for?
He's heavy, I tell you. Said he was going out on a heist tonight. Did he ever write you guys a letter?
Why?
Well, he told me he was going to prove what he wrote to you. Crazy. I didn't get it at all.
Yeah.
Said he was going out to kill a couple of jerks.
9:30 p.m. We got the address of the bowling alley run by Bruno Stock's friend, and we called the office. An alert for the suspect was broadcast immediately. Together with Gene Bechtel and Lopez, we drove to the bowling alley. Ben and I went in. Bechtel and Lopez covered the outside.
Good crowd. I wonder where they do business. I don't see any counter.
No, neither do I.
Oh, yeah. There it is. Way over in the corner.
Oh, yeah. There's nobody behind the cash register. How about that fellow in the white T-shirt standing by the cigarette machine?
Yeah, looks like he works here. Let's go. Joe, the guy with him just turned towards
Bruno, come on.
He sees us. He's going for the back.
All right, you, let's hold it up. Come on.
He ducked in there to the right, Joe.
Down behind the alley.
Hold it up, Stock. The window, Joe.
rifle went right through it. Come on. Here.
There he is. Get out.
Joe! He's in there, Beck. Cover the front.
Right.
Over the fence, Joe. There he is.
All right, give it back.
Yeah.
Come on.
You see?
No.
Got to be in the yard someplace.
Yeah.
Where'd it come from?
I can't see. Keep down.
Backstairs of that house. There he is.
Give it up, Doc. All right, mister.
You tag him.
Come on.
What's it look like?
Wait a minute. It's a shoulder wound. You want to shake him down?
Yeah.
Joe, Ben, you all right?
Yeah. Get an ambulance, will you, Beck?
Right.
I'll throw the cuffs on him, huh?
Yeah. Well, that's it, Joe.
Yeah.
Where you going?
I got a phone call to make.
The story you have just heard was true. Only the names were changed to protect the innocent.
On February 18th, trial was held in Superior Court, Department 84, City and County of Los Angeles, State of California. Bruno Alfred Stock was tried and convicted of first-degree robbery and assault with intent to commit murder, 2 counts. Because of his prior convictions, he was adjudged an habitual criminal and sentenced to a life imprisonment. He is now serving his term in the state penitentiary. You have just heard Dragnet, a series of authentic cases from official files. Technical advice for Dragnet comes from the Office of Chief of Police W.H. Parker, Los Angeles Police Department.
From one puzzling investigation, we stay with the dedicated officers of Dragnet. For the big, late script, a prominent businessman vanishes. A desperate ransom demand is made. But will the victim's own actions lead to his rescue or complicate a dangerous game?
The story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Dragnet.
You're a detective sergeant. You're assigned to homicide detail. A well-known businessman in your city disappears suddenly from his home. He's seen driving away from the house in the company of 2 unidentified men. There's no explanation for it. Your job? Find him.
Dragnet, the documented drama of an actual crime. For the next 30 minutes, in cooperation with the Los Angeles Police Department, you will travel step by step on the side of the law through an actual case transcribed from official police files. From beginning to end, from crime to punishment, Dragnet is the story of your police force in action.
It was Wednesday, October 10th. It was mild in Los Angeles. We were working the night watch out of homicide detail. My partner's Ben Romero. The boss is Captain Lorman. My name's Friday. I was on the way back from the record bureau, and it was 10:38 p.m. when I got to room 42. Homicide. Hey, Ben? Romero?
Back here, Joe. Captain's office.
Oh, yeah. Captain?
Joe, sit down.
Thank you. I got your call. What's it all about?
You're closer to it than I am, Skipper. You want to brief him?
Well, it's a man by the name of Tony Richmond. He disappeared from his house tonight, Joe. Looks like it might be foul play.
Tony Richmond. Name sounds a little familiar, doesn't it?
Runs a couple of garages around town. Promotes sports events on the side once in a while.
Sure. What's the story on him?
Well, here's the way we got it from Richmond's wife. He was at home tonight. The whole family was sitting in a back room looking at television. Richmond, his wife, 2 children, and his father-in-law.
Yeah.
About 9 o'clock, the doorbell rang. Richmond went to answer it. He hasn't been seen since.
Yeah?
That's right. Mrs. Richmond said she thought she heard a little loud talking at the front door and didn't pay any attention to it.
When her husband didn't come back, she went to have a look. Front door was wide open. Her husband was gone.
No explanation for it at all, huh?
One of the Richmond's neighbors was sitting by a front window at the time, and Mrs. Sanford. She said she saw Mr. Richmond come down the front steps about that time, one man on either side of him.
Mm-hmm.
She got the idea Richmond didn't want to go with him.
Was there any description on the two men?
It's incomplete. The neighbor said she wasn't sure, but it looked to her like the two men pushed Richmond in a dark-colored sedan and drove off.
Not much description on the car either, Joe.
Oh, where does that leave us?
Well, we're not positive there's anything wrong yet. There's a possibility it's nothing more than a misunderstanding.
How do you figure?
We got a couple of men out at the Richmond's house now. The wife told them that Mr. Richmond had a business appointment at 10 o'clock tonight. She didn't know where or with whom. It could have been with those two men.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't sound quite right, though, does it? I mean, walking out without even telling his wife.
No, something else to consider. The wife said that when Richmond went to answer the front door, he was in his shirt sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
When the neighbors saw him come down the stairs with the two men, she said he had his coat on. If those two guys were going to grab him off, they wouldn't wait for him to get his coat.
Yeah. How's it stand now?
Got out a broadcast on a description of the two men in the car. Not an awful lot to go on, no license number.
Anybody in particular who might have had it in for Richmond? Is there anything like that?
No, not that we know of so far. He dressed pretty well, obviously had money, wore quite a bit of jewelry.
Well, what have you got lined up for us, Skipper?
Well, I've got Barrett and Tommy Bryan standing by at the Richmond's house now, still checking around with Richmond's friends, some of his business associates. Nothing so far. Excuse me.
Sure.
Homicide, Lorman. Yeah, Tom. How's that? Uh-huh, when? Yeah, right away. You know what to do. Keep in touch. Right. Well, that takes it out of the guessing stage. That was Bryan out at the Richmond house. Mrs. Richmond just got a phone call a few minutes ago.
Yeah?
Man's voice. He told her they were holding her husband.
Well, what's her pitch?
If she wants him back alive, it'll cost $20,000.
As in all cases involving abduction to extort ransom, the investigating police officer is faced immediately with a dozen problems. But first and foremost is the safe return of the victim. When that's accomplished and the danger of death or bodily harm to the victim is removed, the officers then have the freedom to openly hunt down the abductors. But until the time the victim is safely returned, apprehending the criminal suspects remains a secondary consideration. 10:45 p.m. Together with Captain Lorman, Ben and I left the office and drove out to the Richmond's home out in North Hollywood, the scene of the abduction. We parked our car several blocks away and entered the house from a back street. It was a large, sprawling ranch-style home, richly landscaped. We went inside and checked with the two men from homicide on duty, Barrett and Bryan. They told us that there'd been no more phone calls, anonymous or otherwise. They also told us that so far the victim's wife, Adele Richmond, had been hostile and uncooperative. The abductors had warned her on the telephone about calling in the police, and now she was all for paying the $20,000 ransom and handling the case without the police. While Ben, Tommy Bryan, and Barrett rechecked the neighborhood for other possible witnesses to the abduction, Captain Lorman and I went inside and met the victim's wife and the victim's father-in-law, Fred Wellman. The wife was an attractive brunette in her early 30s.
Can't you understand? I just don't want the policemen here. They can be watching the house right now. They'll kill Tony if they know you're here.
No, honey, there's no use getting upset like this. It isn't going to do any good.
Your father's right, ma'am. I know it's hard on you, but getting all worked up isn't going to help much.
Well, I wish I'd never called you in the first place. I can handle this. I'll pay them the money. I'll pay them anything as long as they bring my husband back safe.
Yes, ma'am, that's possible. But what makes you think you can trust those men? How do you know you'll get your husband back after you pay the $20,000?
That's what they told me. I talked to them on the phone. That's what they promised me.
Well, they promised other people, too, ma'am. You give them $20,000, they'll want $40,000. Give them just one opening, they're going to run it into the ground. They'll take everything they can get, and you still won't have your husband back.
Well, there's no other way. I have to take the chance. I have to.
There is another way, Miss Richmond. That's why we're here.
What if it gets in the papers, publicity? Those men are bound to hear about it.
There won't be a line in the newspapers, I promise you that. As far as we're concerned, the only men who'll know about it will be the officers working the case.
We'll do everything we can, ma'am, but we're going to have your cooperation.
I don't know. If anything happens to Tony, I've got to sit down. I can't even think. I'm so worried.
That's it, honey. Here, you sit here. I'll get you some coffee. Good hot cup of coffee.
Would you see how the children are, Dad? See if they're covered.
Yeah, sure, honey. You just rest. You care for some coffee, officers?
No, sir.
No, thank you.
All right.
Now, about that phone call that you got, Miss Richmond.
They told me $20,000. If they get it, they'll let Tony go.
What else did they tell you?
That's all. They had Tony, and that if I wanted to see him again alive, we'd have to pay $20,000.
Well, what about the arrangements for delivering the money? Did you discuss that at all?
No, all he said was get $20,000 in small bills. He said that, too. He said he'd contact me later about delivering the money. Officer, I can't get that much money together tonight.
I don't think you'll have to, ma'am. I'm pretty sure the abductors know that, too. Now, how about the voice on the phone, Miss Richmond? Is there any chance that you might have recognized it?
No, I haven't any idea who it was.
Well, did he give you any hint at all as to about how much time that you'd be allowed to get the money together?
Well, he said he'd call later on. I got the idea he meant later on tonight. He told me he'd have more instructions for me then.
I'd like to ask you once more, Mrs. Richmond, can you think of anyone who might try something like this on your husband? Maybe somebody who needed money, who carried a grudge against Mr. Richmond?
No one at all. Tony always got along very well in business. He works hard. He works awfully hard. I'm sorry, officer. I can't help thinking the whole thing would be better all around if I just pay the money and make them let my husband go.
No, that's just the point, ma'am, like we said. How do you know they're going to let him go? If they can make $20,000 overnight, it's a good bet they're not going to let him go that easy. You can't make those kind of deals with them. Now, believe us.
Joe, what can I do, if anything?
I brought your coffee, Del. Good hot coffee. I looked in on the children. They were covered. And now you try some of this coffee now.
Thank you, Dad. Well, what are we going to do, officers? We can't just sit here and wait.
There's a few things I'd like to brief you on to start with.
Yes?
There'll be a couple of our men stationed here at all times. Another thing, do you have more than one telephone in the house?
Yes, sir, we do. There's one here in the den, one in the kitchen. Then we have a plug-in extension for the living room.
Fine. The next time the phone rings, you answer it, Mrs. Richmond. One of us will be listening in on the extension.
The one in the kitchen, that'd be closest.
All right. Now, if it's one of your husband's abductors calling, you tell them it's going to take you time to raise the money. Tell them at least 2 days.
Well, suppose they insist. But they say they want it sooner. They could kill my husband tonight.
Well, they could, ma'am, but I don't think they will. It's a pretty good bet that they planned on some waiting. Most people don't keep $20,000 around the house, and they know as well as you do that the banks don't open until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Something else, Mrs. Richmond. Make it clear to them that you won't have any direct hand in the transaction, paying the ransom. Tell them you're too sick, you're too upset, and that your brother will take care of everything.
Well, you mean one of your officers?
Yes, ma'am. Sergeant Friday here can take care of that,
Will they believe me? Don't you think they'll get suspicious?
Well, maybe, but you have to remember, ma'am, suspicious or not, their only interest is in getting the money and then getting away. Our first problem is to get your husband home safe. When we've got that done, we can worry about the abductors.
I see. All right, officer, I'll do all I can to help.
Fine, Mrs. Richmond. I think you'll find it's the best way. Joe, you and Romero will be on duty here for the night.
Right.
You'll monitor all the incoming calls. We'll try and get a tracer on him if you can keep the guy talking on the line long enough. I'll make arrangements for another phone line in here and the use of the neighbor's phone next door.
Okay, fine. Do you know if the people next door are home now, sir?
Yes, sir, I think they are. Name's Thompson. Almost positive they're home.
Okay, fine.
All right, Mrs. Richmond, you want to take that? Don't pick it up till I tell you. Joe, over here at this extension.
Right.
Both of you pick up your receivers at the same time. You ready, Joe?
Right.
Mrs. Richmond? Now.
Hello?
Is this Mrs. Richmond?
Yes, this is she.
This call's about your husband, Mrs. Richmond. Here's your instructions about the money. If you want your husband back alive, follow him.
I want to tell you something. I can't handle this alone.
Well, don't try
my
stalling,
brother...
lady. Just listen. Here are the instructions. I'm only going to say them once. Get 20,000 in small bills by tomorrow. 5s, 10s, and 20s. Bring the cops in on this or we'll kill your husband tonight. Now remember it. We'll get the rest of the instructions tomorrow.
Please listen. Can't my brother help? Hello?
It's a fast one. Wouldn't even give her a chance to talk.
What did you say, Sergeant? What was it?
Well, let's go back in there, huh?
Yeah.
Did you hear him, officer? He wouldn't let me talk. It's just like the last time. I couldn't even tell him.
Yes, ma'am, we heard. Now, why don't you sit down right here?
Said not to call the police. Said they'd kill him tonight. They'd kill Tony.
Grab her, Jack. I got her.
Poor Dell.
All right, you want to clear the sofa off?
Yes, sir. Poor Dell is too much for her.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah. I think you ought to call your family doctor, sir. Sedative might help her quite a bit. Get her a little rest anyway.
I already did, Sergeant. I could see this coming. I'll get a blanket.
Well, what do you think?
I only want 20,000 by tomorrow. 5s, 10s, 20s. Said more instructions coming. Threatened to kill Richmond if we moved in.
How'd he sound?
Like he meant it. 12:35 a.m. Captain Lorman and I remained by the phone. The family doctor arrived, gave Mrs. Richmond a sedative, and she lay down for a rest in her room. Barrett, Tom, Bryan, and Ben came back to the house just before 1 a.m. They had a few more details on the description of the car used by the abductors, which they'd gotten from residents in the neighborhood. The information was relayed to communications, and a supplementary broadcast and an APB were gotten out. Ben and I stood watch at the house for the rest of the night, but there were no more calls. In the early morning, stakeouts were set up at the victim's place of business and also at the banks where he maintained his accounts and safety deposit boxes. That night, Ben and I still were at the Richmond place, standing by at the phone. There'd been no contact from the abductors during the day. We waited. Midnight. 3 a.m. 6 a.m. No word. Another day passed. And then another. Still no contact. No trace of Mr. Richmond or his abductors. Saturday, October 13th. Hope for the victim began to fade. Ben and I stayed on at the Richmond house.
Say, could I get you officers something to eat, maybe? A nice piece of cold beef in the icebox. Could make you a sandwich.
No, thank you.
Just the same, sir.
How's Mrs. Richmond tonight, sir? Is she feeling any better?
My daughter, no. No better. She took a couple of pills the doctor gave her, trying to get a few winks of sleep, poor girl.
Well, there's no use you sitting up with us, sir, if you'd like to get a little sleep yourself.
No, I'd just soon sit up. Couldn't sleep anyway. Hey, I don't suppose either you would care for a little nip. Huh?
No, thank you.
No, thanks.
Guess you wouldn't mind if I had one myself. Seems lately that's the only thing that relaxes me.
Then go right ahead.
When you get to be my age, a little bit helps now and then. Oh, there's some new magazines on the table there. Might help to pass the time for you.
Thank you, sir.
3 days now. Not even a word about Tony. What do you really think, officers?
Well, it's pretty hard to tell, Mr. Wellman. We're doing everything possible to find your son-in-law. There's not much to go on so far.
Funny thing about Tony. Young fella, ambitious. Look what happens.
Yes, sir.
Wouldn't mind if I turn on the radio here, would you? I'll keep it low.
No, sir. Go right ahead, sir.
Yeah, it's a funny thing about Tony. The day he married my daughter, I knew he was going to make it. Bright fella, Tony. Sure been good to me.
That's so?
Sure thing. Took me in right after the wife died. I was out of work at the time. Been with him ever since. Attend the garden, kind of clean up things. Tony's always been real good to me. No in-law trouble, nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
And look what happens. Young fella starts with almost nothing. Builds a good business, family, nice home. Just look what happens.
Well, there's no need to give up yet, sir. There's a good chance he's still all right.
I don't know. I guess I just got a feeling about it.
How do you mean?
About Tony. He's a fine young man. Things like this, they always happen to the fine young man. You take me, for instance. I wouldn't make money the way Tony does. Build a big business the way he has. I guess that's why I'd never be in the trouble he's in.
I don't think I follow you.
Guess I never wanted it, Sergeant. Couldn't get interested in making money. You break your back like Tony does. You work, you get a big bank account.
Yeah.
Get the home, the big car, and the swimming pool. You work for it like Tony did. You work hard. You get your big checkbook and everything you want. Just look what happens. Poor Tony works night and day for the money. Right now, he's no better off than the guy who's only worth a dime. They don't hold beggars for ransom, do they?
Say, excuse me, sir. I wonder if you have an extra book of matches around. I believe I'm out.
Well, sure thing, Sergeant. I got some in the kitchen. Sure you wouldn't care for a little nip?
No, sir, no thanks.
Think I might. A little bit helps now and then.
Ben?
Yeah. Wonder what he means by every now and then.
Do you want to grab the extension out in the kitchen?
Right.
Wait till I say, huh?
Uh-huh.
Now. Hello?
Is this Sunset 18046?
Yeah, that's right.
Was Mrs. Richmond there?
No, not right now. This is her brother talking. Is there any message?
I want to talk to Mrs. Richmond.
Well, she's not here. Have you got a message for her?
Who'd you say this is?
Well, this is her brother talking. If you'd like to leave a message for Ms. Richmond, I'll see.
This isn't her brother talking. I know his voice. Who is this?
Well, maybe you can tell me who you are.
This is Tony Richmond. Where's my wife?
Richmond, where are you?
Who is this?
Where are you?
I got away from her. Way out in the valley, a dairy range near Sepulveda. Are you a cop?
Where can we find you?
About a mile from Telegraph Avenue in Sepulveda. A road in the middle of a dairy farm. If you're cops, you drive out with the red light on and honk the horn.
How soon can we meet you?
A half hour. You get out of your car and stand right in front of the headlights. I'll be watching you. I want to get a good look at you.
All right, half an hour.
Something else. I got hold of a gun.
Yeah?
And if you're not cops, I'll know what to do.
1:30 a.m. After we got the call from the man who identified himself as the victim of the abduction, Tony Richmond, we put in a call for Captain Lorman. We told him about the phone call from the victim, his request for us to pick him up, and also about the conditions he stipulated that we follow. The captain ordered 3 cruiser cars and a car to pick up Ben and me and take us to the location specified in the phone conversation. 2 a.m. With the red light turned on, we pulled up at the approximate location indicated. It was a lonely spot on a lonely road, a little more than a mile off the nearest highway. We waited. We didn't know what to expect. It could be that the phone call, supposedly from Tony Richmond, had actually been made by one of the abductors. Could be that it was nothing more than a diversionary action intended to distract our attention while the abductors carried out their plans to obtain the ransom money from the victim's wife and make good their escape. We kept waiting. Ben sounded the horn at frequent intervals. Captain Lorman and myself stood up in front of the car in the glare of the headlights. 10 minutes went by. 15 minutes. Finally, a half a dozen yards down the road, we spotted a man climbing up the side of the drainage ditch and onto the road. He walked slowly toward us into the glare of the headlights. In his right hand, he held a gun.
You can put the gun down, mister.
You're the police? Show me.
Here's our car. Here's our identification.
Here you are. His badge, ID card.
Oh, thank God. Thank God, thank God.
The first thing we did was to notify the victim's wife and family that he'd been found and that he was unharmed. Then we called the office and told them what had happened. We offered to drive Richmond to his home immediately, but he told us that he was all right and insisted that he show us where the abductors had held him captive. We got in the car and started driving north along a dirt road that led off Sepulveda. On the way, Richmond briefed us on what had happened. He said that he'd been taken at gunpoint at the front door of his home 4 nights before, forced into a car by 2 men that he'd failed to recognize, and then driven to an abandoned shack in a deserted area in the San Fernando Valley. The 2 men had tied him hand and foot, partially stripped him, gagged him, and placed him under a floor of the shack and left him there. One of the men returned each day to give him something to eat. That night, Richmond told us that his captor failed to retie his hands securely. When the man left, Richmond succeeded in freeing himself from the ropes, made his way to a phone, and called his house. Outside of shock and exposure, he seemed to be all right. After pointing out the shack he'd been held captive in, and after we'd checked through it, Richmond was taken home in one of the cruiser cars. Ben and I remained on stakeout at the shack.
Pretty dark. Can you see the shack all right from here?
Just about, yeah. Keep an eye peeled on the road, huh?
Yeah. Want to smoke?
Thanks. We waited. Nothing happened. 3 a.m. 3:30. No sign of the suspects. 4:30. 5 a.m. 5:12 a.m. Ben spotted the headlights of a car at least a mile down the road. We watched them come toward us. When it got close enough, we saw it was a dark-colored late-model sedan. It fitted the description of the abductor's car perfectly. It swung off the dirt road and pulled to a stop near the shack. 1 man got out.
All right.
Let's go. All right, Mr. Police Officers, hold it right there.
Down, Joe.
See him, Ben?
Yeah, I ducked behind his car.
All right, throw out your gun.
I'll give it back. We got some good cover, Joe.
All right, let's go. Come on, move in. Easy.
All right! Here's my gun!
Out from behind the car. Hands behind your head.
Cover me, Joe. I'll shake him down.
Right. All right, hold it right there.
Okay, Joe. He's clean. All right, hands behind you.
Sure like to play it safe, don't you? Handcuffs?
They work pretty good, mister. Much better than rope.
We called the office. A relief team came out to replace us on stakeout, and we took the suspect downtown to the interrogation room. He was checked through R&I and identified as Gerald Adams, a one-time loser. Together with Barrett and Bryan, we questioned the suspect. For 3 hours, he refused to admit that he had any part in the abduction of Tony Richmond. We gave up for the time being, took him to the main jail where he was booked on suspicion of kidnapping. A little after 11 a.m., Gerald Adams' partner showed up out at the shack in the valley. He was taken into custody. He was brought downtown, confronted with the evidence against him, and he gave us a full statement admitting his guilt. Late that afternoon, we went back to the main jail, signed out Adams for investigation, and brought him back to the interrogation room.
Have a seat, Adams.
Yeah. Okay, what is it this time?
Same as before, Adams. What do you say? You going to tell us about it?
I told you my story this morning, mister. You got it all.
Thought maybe you'd like to know. We picked up your partner. He gave us a signed statement.
Here's a copy of it. Have a look. It's down in black and white. Your partner says you were in it with him all the way.
What'd you say, Adam?
Doesn't mean anything to me. You probably forced it out of him.
Well, that's not what he says. He blames the whole thing on you. Says you set up the deal, you gave the orders, you made the phone calls for the ransom money. Says that's the way he's going to tell it in court.
He's going to need a lot of proof.
He gave it to us. He showed us your apartment, a couple of ransom notes you'd written, showed us the typewriter you wrote them on, showed us the clothes you wore the night you grabbed Mr. Richmond.
He's a liar.
Not according to our crime lab, he's not. They checked over the clothes, found particles of dirt and pollen in the trouser cuffs. They match up with samples we took from that field out by the shack.
Well, it ain't true. None of it's true. You guy's a liar.
Well, there's his statement, Adam. It's all there. If you got any corrections in the story, now's the time to make them.
Adams?
There's only one thing I want to know.
Yeah?
How did it happen? How'd you get a line on us?
Richmond got away from the shack. We staked out on it till you came along.
Doesn't figure. He couldn't have gotten away. I had it all worked out.
Your partner didn't.
I showed him just what to do, how to handle a thing. I showed him where to hide Richmond. Couldn't have goofed up. I showed him the whole routine.
Well, there's one thing you didn't show him.
Yeah?
How to tie a knot.
The story you have just heard was true. Only the names were changed to protect the innocent.
On December 18th, trial was held in Superior Court, Department 87, City and County of Los Angeles, State of California. In a moment, the results of that trial. Gerald Adams and his accomplice in the abduction of Tony Richmond were tried and convicted in Superior Court of kidnapping. The state penal code stipulates that kidnapping for the purpose of extorting money is punishable either by death or by imprisonment in the state penitentiary from 25 years to life. Both Adams and his partner are now serving life terms in the state penitentiary, Folsom, California. You have just heard Dragnet, a series of authentic cases from official files. Technical advice comes from the Office of Chief of Police W.H. Parker, Los Angeles Police Department.
Now let's step away from the gritty streets and into the glamorous, high-stakes world of fashion in the Screen Guild Players, tailored by Tony. A determined female designer sets out to prove a point by reinventing a rugged playwright. But will her ambitious project tailor more than just a suit? Perhaps even matters of the heart.
Welcome, everybody. Tonight, your neighborhood good golf dealer joins the Gulf Oil Companies in presenting another program in this series of reviews, musical comedies, and dramatic shows. All the varied entertainment forms of Hollywood. So welcome all of you to the Motion Picture Star's own program. Welcome to the Gulf Screen Guild Show. With Spring Byington, Edward Everett Horton, Carol Lombard, James Stewart, Oscar Bradley, and Hollywood's favorite master of ceremonies, George Murphy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another of the Motion Picture Star's own programs, the Gulf Screen Guild Show. Each week, a different type of entertainment presenting a different cast of stars, and all of them written, directed, and acted by the greatest names in the motion picture industry for the benefit of the Motion Picture Relief Fund. Last week, it was a drama. Next week, a review starring Fanny Bryce, Bob Hope, and Martha Ray. Tonight, it's a comedy drama tailored by Tony, directed by Dorothy Arzner and written by Connie Lee, under the musical direction of Oscar Bradley. Tonight, we meet Carol Lombard as Tony Warren, New York's foremost designer of men's clothes. Her mother, Mrs. Warren, is played by Spring Byington. Edward Everett Horton is heard as Kenneth Pickles, her business manager. And Peter Graham, a Greenwich Village author, is played by James Stewart. Lights. Music. Curtain.
Yes? Oh, yes, Mr. Greenleaf. Oh, a lot more padding in the shoulders? Oh, yes, we'll take care of it. No, we don't put any padding in the hips. No, all right, we'll take care of it, Mr. Greenleaf.
What shall I do about Mr. Ramon's pajamas, Tony?
Send them Air Express to Honolulu. Yes?
Do Mr. Olson's trousers have 18-inch bottoms, Miss Warren?
20 inches. Tell the switchboard not to send any more calls in here. I'm through.
Why, Tony.
Through for the day, Mother. There aren't any real men anymore. Nothing but strutting peacocks and pants.
Why, Tony, some of our clients are very handsome.
Handsome, yes. But put them in bathing suits and see what they look like. Who squares off their round shoulders? Who fills out their caved-in chest? I do, and I'm sick of it.
Miss Warren?
What's the matter now, Pickles?
Have you seen the latest issue of the Gentleman magazine?
No.
Well, Miss Warren, it's outrageous. It's terrible. Just look at this article by that gigolo of the trade, Michael Barbonet.
Isn't English, Pickles?
I couldn't... Of course it's in English.
Well, then don't worry. Michael speaks with such an accent, no one will understand a word of it.
Mother, what was the article about?
He titles his slanderous essay, The Well-Dressed Man Prefers the Clothing of a Man, for a Man, and by a Man.
Oh, but he's got it all wrong. It's of the people, for the people, and by the people. I remember distinctly. Washington, wasn't it?
What else does Michael say, Pickles?
He says...
was it?
Please, Mrs. Warren, please. He says that red-blooded men have an aversion to being pointed out as the clients of a female dressmaker.
Oh, he said that, did he? In hope that some of my customers will wear his unpressed male sex. He announces to the world I'm a female.
Oh, I'm afraid that's my fault, Tony. I promised your father a boy. But I was so young at the time. Oh, youth.
Yes, it's too late to correct the mistake now, Mother. Pickles?
What's that?
Where can I find the most atrociously dressed man in New York?
Well, I should say any one of Barbonet's clients.
Oh, no. You must be an artist, a sculptor, a writer, some undiscovered genius, unknown, unrecognized, uncouth.
Oh, how romantic, Tony.
No, I'll make him successful, and then I'll expose him as a Tony Warren creation.
Oh, an inspiration, a divine inspiration, Miss Warren.
I'll prove it isn't the clothes that make the man. It's Tony Warren who makes the clothes, who makes the man.
Who is that by, dear?
By me, Mother. Pickles, where can I get my man?
Why, someone like that ought to live in Greenwich Village. Miss Warren, I think I know the very spot. Spaghetti Joe's.
Get your coat, Mother. Call a cab, Pickles. We're dining sub rosa at Washington Square.
I told you we got a vino and a spaghetti. If you no like a spaghetti, you get a vino. If you no like a vino, you get out.
Now, look here, my good man.
We'll all have spaghetti.
Si, signora. 3 spaghetti.
Just a minute, waiter. Who's the musician at the piano?
Oh, he's a Peter Graham, signora. But he's no musician. He's a writer. All the time he's a write the place. But nobody want to read what he's a write. It's too bad.
Will you ask Mr. Graham to join us?
Si, signora, I ask.
What? Miss Warren.
Yes, Pickles?
You aren't seriously thinking of taking that man for your experiment?
Why not? He's exactly what I want. He's picturesque.
Oh, my word, he's appalling. You can't do it. Look at that. Why, sneakers, corduroy slacks, a yellow sweater.
But very handsome.
No tie, no coat, no hat.
And so romantic.
Mother, I am not looking for a movie star. I'm getting a guinea pig. He's got height. He walks well, and if I dress him properly...
Here he comes.
Hello?
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 Hello.
Well, I guess that sort of cleans up the hellos, doesn't it? The waiter said you wanted to see me.
Yes, sit down, Mr. Graham.
Well, thanks.
This is my mother, Mrs. Warren, and this is Mr. Pickles, and I'm Tony Warren.
Well, not the famous designer of men's clothes.
Yes, and now I have a proposition that might interest you, Mr. Graham. Well, what are you laughing at?
Well, nothing. I always thought you wore trousers and smoked a pipe or something.
See here. Mr. Graham, I'll have you understand.
Well, if it isn't old Joe Stinkle from Public School 39. It's a small world.
Really? Really, my good man, you've made a mistake. I'm not Joseph Stinkle. Now, Miss Lawrence,
you are too, Joe Stinkle. You can't kid me.
I certainly am not. My name is Pickles. Pickles, here, there. See? My Social Security card.
Oh, no. You're Joe Stinkle.
Are you sure you're not Pickles?
Mother, please.
My dear man, I never saw you before.
So you're giving me the brush off, eh, Joe? Fine thing.
I assure you I am not Joseph Stinkle. Now go away. Go
Well,
away.
then where is Joe Stinkle?
Why, there is no Joe Stinkle. He doesn't exist. Go away.
Oh, he doesn't exist, huh? What did you do with him?
I didn't do anything with him.
Oh, so you killed him. You killed my old pal, Joe Stinkle. You're a murderer.
Please.
Really, Pickles, I think we ought to humor him. We were only fooling you. Why, of course, this is Joe Stinkle.
Why, certainly, yes. Of course, I'm Joe Stinkle, yes.
Then where's the $50 you owe me?
I don't owe you any money.
Oh, a welcher, huh? I'll fix you.
Hey, come on, let's get out here. Here's the side door.
But Mother.
No, come on.
But wait a minute. Where are we going?
Never mind, just keep running.
Wait, will you let go of my arm and stop dragging me around?
Here's the bus. Come on. Come on, catch the rail.
Will you please?
Here, now hang on to the... You'll break your neck. Now, there. You all right?
Well, what are you, a kidnapper? What about my mother and Pickles?
Oh, they're perfectly safe.
Safe in the middle of a gang fight?
Oh, no, I forgot to tell you. That fellow starts a brawl every night by pretending he's drunk and looking for Joe Stinkle. That's all.
You mean it was all a gag?
Yeah. It's just atmosphere, you know. Visitors in the village like to get something for their money. Nobody ever gets hurt.
Well, of all the low-down... Conductor!
Yes, ma'am?
Stop the bus. I'm getting off.
Oh, yes, conductor. We're both getting off.
Then I'm staying on.
Yeah, we'll stay on, bud.
Hey, look, folks, will you please make up your minds? We got a schedule to keep.
All right, start your old bus, but I'll find a seat on the upper deck alone.
Hey, she seems kind of upset.
Yeah, she... Look, I don't know much about girls. How long has it taken to cool off?
Grant's tomb.
What?
Grant's tomb. I've been on this run 10 years, and I'm an authority. There's something about riding along by the Hudson in the moonlight that breaks down even the most stubborn.
Oh, it must be awfully late, Peter.
Oh, no. Oh, but that sign on the Jersey Shore will flash the time in just a minute.
Isn't it funny?
What?
Well, the way things happened, you know, when I got up this morning, I never thought I'd sit on the steps of Grant's tomb and be kissed in the moonlight. Peter.
Yeah?
Look, darling, the sign says 5 after midnight. I've got to go home.
Well, if you do, you'll break the spell. You'll become Tony Warren Incorporated again. You'll forget you were ever riding up Riverside Drive on top of a magic coach with a guy in a yellow sweater.
But Peter, we can't sit here till morning.
Well, why not? Did you ever see those towers when the sun comes up?
Did you?
Yeah, sure. My first morning in New York, I slept the night before on a park bench with a bunch of play manuscripts as a pillow. Yeah, I guess that was all they were good for.
No one liked them, Peter?
Like them? Well, I couldn't even get into managers' offices.
Do you mind if I tell you why?
Look, Tony, darling, you can tell me anything.
Do you know why I asked you to our table?
Oh, yeah, of course, my fatal charm.
No, because you were one of the worst-dressed men I've ever seen.
Oh, well, thanks.
Now I've hurt your feelings.
Oh, no. Only, what'd you plan to do? Sort of exhibit me in your window as a horrible example or something?
No, I wanted to dress you up and introduce you to the right people, and then if you became a great playwright, I'd say it was all due to my tailor.
Oh, so you were interested in my commercial value.
But Peter, dear, now I'm interested in you, and I want you to be a success. I want to help you, and will you let me?
No, we Vermonters don't accept help from strangers.
But I'm not a stranger.
Of course, if you were, no, you wouldn't consider that.
Wouldn't consider what?
Well, if you were, no, you wouldn't do that.
Wouldn't do what?
Well, you wouldn't do it. I mean, did you ever think about getting married?
No, why should I?
Well, why shouldn't you?
Because I'm perfectly happy just as I am. I've worked hard, made a place for myself. Why should I give it up just to marry some man?
Well, not some man. You see, I'm the guy who's asking you.
You're asking... You mean... Peter, darling,
Yeah, sure. Now, look. New York's no good for me. I don't know. I just don't fit. But I got a farm up in Vermont. I want you to go back there with me. Will you, Tony?
I can't, Peter.
Why?
I don't think I'm the kind of a wife you want. I love New York, being somebody. I couldn't live in Vermont. I'd have to wash dishes and get your meals and all the other things. And, well, in 2 weeks I'd go crazy. And darling, so would you.
Well, don't you think that maybe
No,
if
Peter,
we
no,
could...
Peter. I'm Tony Warren. I want to stay Tony Warren. I couldn't give it up. I just couldn't give it up.
Oh. Well, I guess it wouldn't work.
No, it wouldn't work, Peter.
No, I just wouldn't.
Well, you'd better take me home.
Yeah, I better. Steps sure get hard.
You were right about the spell, Peter. Only it's fading before morning.
Yeah. It's late. Oh, here comes a bus. Maybe we better get it, huh?
Yes, it doesn't look like a magic coach anymore. It's just a big green bus.
Yeah, it does.
Watch your step, please.
Peter.
Yes, Tony.
We can't let it end this way.
Come on, buddy. You're getting on the bus or staying off?
Look, I guess I could stay in New York.
No, I'll go to Vermont with you.
No, but I couldn't let you do that.
What can we do?
Make up your mind. The suspense is killing me.
Now, listen, Tony, we'll both give up something. I'll give up Vermont, and you just give me a few hours a day.
Will it work, Peter?
It's got to work. We'll make it work.
You know, we're crazy to try it, but Peter, we'll be happy.
Be happy, Tony. We are happy.
And so is the Fifth Avenue Bus Company, buddy. Service is now resumed.
And so the curtain falls on the first act of our comedy, Tailored by Tony, starring Carol Lombard, James Stewart, Spring Byington, and Edward Everett Horton. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the curtain is about to rise on the second act of the comedy drama, Tailored by Tony, starring Carol Lombard, James Stewart, Spring Byington, and Edward Everett Horton. Lights. Music. Curtain.
Oh, how does Miss Warren ever cook anything in this kitchen? Good heavens, the cauliflower. Quick, put some water on the cauliflower.
Oh, where's the sprinkling can?
Oh, no, the cauliflower, it's in a pan. It's on the stove.
Oh, how stupid. It'll never grow there. It's much too hot.
Really, Mrs. Warren, will you please get out of the kitchen? How can I get dinner if you... Oh, don't. Please, don't try to bone the anchovies. You see, you've ruined the salad.
Well, you must let me help you, Pickles. I can do the most surprising things with practically nothing at all.
I'll take your word for that.
Mother! Pickles! Woo! In here, Tony. Pickles is helping me get dinner.
Helping?
Am I late? Has Peter come home yet?
No, Miss Warren, he hasn't. Thank heaven you've come. If your mother doesn't stay out of the kitchen, well...
Oh, hush, Pickles. Tony, is Peter always this late? I should think on his anniversary.
Don't worry, darling. He'll be home tonight. You know, he's awfully busy with his play. It opens in 3 weeks.
That's right, and I do hope it's a success so he can pay for the clothes we've loaned him.
Who's playing the lead?
And Prentice.
Oh, really? Well, I imagine you won't be seeing much of Peter during the rehearsals.
No, but I can't complain. He has his career, I have mine. That was our agreement.
Of course, an ideal arrangement.
Oh, excuse me. I'll be right back. Hello?
Hello, darling. Look, I won't be able to get home for dinner. You don't mind, do you?
No, of course not. Only it was last night and the night before, too. Peter, this is our...
Yeah, but I've got to go over some changes in the second act with Ann Prentice, and she lives way up on 86th Street.
Oh, I see. Well, of course, that's very important.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, darling. Goodbye.
Bye.
Was that Peter, Tony?
Yes. We don't need to wait dinner for him. He doesn't know when he'll be home. Coffee? Coffee.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
The morning paper as interesting as usual?
Yeah, I guess so.
What's the weather?
Weather? I don't know. Let's see. It's fair and warm, I'd say. Why?
Some friends asked me to run up to Saratoga to the races. You don't mind?
No. I won't be home anyway. Ann Prentice wants me out in Long Island. It's rewrites in the second act.
The second act should be a wow.
Yeah, well, I've got to rush. I'll see you later, darling. So long.
So long.
Peter Graham, author of Summer's End, now in rehearsal, can be seen nightly at the Sky Room in company with Ann Prentice, star of the show, and rumored to be... Summer's End by Peter Graham was a flopperoo at the Washington tryout last night. Rewrites may help, but our Beau Brummel Graham is the glamorous Ann Prentice on a heart-to-heart contract.
The Peter Graham-Tony Warren partnership is rumored close to the rocks. Graham's play opens at the Imperial Theater, New York, next Tuesday night, and advance reports are...
So nice of you to come backstage, Miss Warren.
Oh, thank you, Miss Prentice. I believe you've met my mother and Mr. Pickles.
Yes, how do you do?
Yes, we've met. How do you do? Hello, Peter.
Hello. A nice opening, wasn't it?
Oh, beautiful. We had such lovely seats, Peter.
Didn't we? So comfortable. Oh, so comfortable. I almost napped a couple of times.
Oh, it was so thoughtful of you to remember us, Peter.
Oh, that's all right. Did you think the audience was a little cold?
Why, yes, it seemed as though every one of them had a cold. They coughed and sneezed all through the last act. Did you like the play, Miss Warren?
Oh, yes, indeed. It was splendid and deep, too.
Oh, wasn't it? Wasn't it deep? Yes. I should say it was positively abysmal. What was the second act about, Peter?
Oh, what does it matter, Pickles? It's all make-believe anyway. I did think the music between the acts was delightful, Peter. Simply delightful.
Oh, thanks very much. I didn't write that.
Oh, too bad.
Ann was swell, wasn't she, Tony?
Oh, yes, she was. Well, I
think
excuse me. You know, that second act gown of yours is really a triumph, Miss Prentice.
Oh, thank you. So sweet of you, darling.
Yes, indeed. It looked lovely on you, Miss Prentice. Positively lovely. The moment you walked on the stage, the audience knew you were George's mother.
I played George's wife, Mr. Pickles, not his mother.
Oh, imagine that. Well, isn't that stupid? Oh, these managers. Why, you're perfect. You're perfect for the mother.
You know, Pickles will have his little joke. You mustn't take him seriously, Miss Prentice.
No, of course not. Very funny. Well, did you think the critics went for it, Tony?
Went for it? Oh, of course they did.
Oh, yes, Peter, I counted 4. They went for something after the first act and never came back.
Yeah, well, maybe it was over their heads, you know. You can't give them such good stuff.
No, they don't appreciate fine writing, Peter.
Where was that? You mean in the program? Oh, yes, that was an excellent article on tropical fish.
Well, suppose we all toast the success of Peter's play. Oh, that'd be nice. Don't you think so, Tony?
Oh, yes, wonderful.
You get the glasses, Peter, darling.
Oh, sure, honey.
Thank you, precious. Miss Warren?
Please. Oh, that's plenty, dear.
And you, Mrs. Warren? Oh, thank you, darling. That's enough, dear. Mr. Pickles?
Yes, honey. Now, I mean, Miss Prentice, yes, that's sufficient. Oh, thank you so much.
Peter, sweet, will you... Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm so
sorry, darling.
Fine, Bill. I hope I haven't ruined your suit.
Oh, no, that's all right. It doesn't matter. I never liked this suit.
Pardon me, you what?
I said I didn't like the suit.
That's what I thought you said.
Well, so what?
So that settles it.
Well, settles what?
I'm fed up with this sweetheart and darling routine. Let's take our hair down and say what we really think.
Miss Warren.
Shut up.
Now, wait a minute. Don't tell her to shut up.
Then don't say you don't like the suit I made for you.
Well, I don't like the suit.
You don't like anything about the suit?
No, I don't even like the buttons.
Nor the buttonhole.
I hate buttonholes.
Well, that's just fine. I can fix it for you.
Well, wait. Let go of that
Maybe
suit.
the tails are too long.
Wait, Tony, what are you,
and
crazy?
And the lapel. Get out. Get out.
Well, look, somebody do something.
Maybe the waist is too small. Get out or I'll call the police. We're getting out, only I've got one thing to say first.
No, I'll say it for you. We're finished.
You're darn right we're finished.
I don't know why we ever got married anyway.
I second the motion. You're a clothes horse, a stuffed shirt, and your play is a flop.
All right. Can you think of anything else?
Sure, but I'll put it on a poster card from Reno. already, but... Oh.
Hello.
Hello, Peter.
I'm not butting in on anything, am I?
No, I just came up to get some things before the apartment was closed.
Yeah. That's what I came up for, too.
Well, just go right ahead.
Sure, I won't bother you. I could come back.
No, I'm almost finished. Things are pretty dusty.
Yeah, they aren't. You know, I had some shirts here someplace.
In the bottom drawer of the bureau.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The bottom drawer. You go right on with your packing now. Don't let me hold you up.
Well, I am in a hurry. My train leaves in an hour.
Mm-hmm. Look, Tony, have you seen my slippers?
Yes, they're under the bed.
Where? I don't see them.
On your side?
Oh, yeah. My side. Funny me looking over there, wasn't it? It's maybe because I always used to stop on that side to kiss you goodnight.
Yes. Oh, the snake plant. I don't know what to do with that.
Oh, yeah. What are we going to do about that? It certainly needs water, doesn't it? Remember the night we got that? Went down to the dime store to buy a lot of pots and pans and gadgets. Certainly is a silly-looking thing, isn't it?
No, it isn't. It's beautiful.
No, whoever saw an elephant with a plant growing out of his back? But you said the elephant was good luck in a house.
No, we named him Jumbo. You won't give it to the janitor.
Oh, no. But, Tony, look, I think you ought to have Jumbo. After all, I bought him for you.
All right. I'll take him with me.
To Reno?
Well, why not? Is there anything wrong in that?
No. Oh, it's swell.
Well, I guess I've got everything.
You sure?
Yes. Bye, Tony. Peter.
Goodbye, and I wish you luck.
I wish you luck, too.
Oh, Jumbo.
Oh, I dropped him. Oh, Peter, he's broken. Everything's broken. You, me, us, everything.
Oh, Tony, now don't, please. Listen to me, Tony. I love you. I'll always love you.
Peter.
Look, Jumbo can be fixed. Just a little glue, he'll be okay. And we can be fixed, too, Tony, honest. A little understanding, a little forgiveness. Well, we'll never be able to tell where the break was.
Peter, do we dare try it again?
Look, Tony, did you keep my yellow sweater?
Yeah, and the sneakers.
Hey, you were right about my play. Oh, wasn't that awful?
Well, you can write another.
I could in Vermont.
Oh, I love Vermont. You know, I'm tired of New York. I'm tired of being Tony Warren. Peter, I just want to be your wife.
Forever and ever.
Forever and ever.
Just you and me.
You and me and Jumbo. God bless him.
Thank you, Oscar Bradley, and thank you, John Conte. And special thanks to Spring Byington, Edward Everett Horton, Carol Lombard, and James Stewart for your swell performances here tonight.
We are grateful to MGM for George Murphy, for Jimmy Stewart, who had just finished Ice Follies of 1939. Carol Lombard may now be seen in the Selznick release, Made for Each Other. This is John Conte speaking.
And for our grand finale, prepare for some classic comedy. The one and only Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy are here, and they're joined by the dapper Edward Everett Horton. What happens when Charlie's latest antics lead to a psychiatric consultation with Dr. Horton, and a bumbling hypnotist enters the fray?
The makers of Chase and Sanborn Coffee and Royal Puddings bring you the Charlie McCarthy Show. This is Ken Carpenter, ladies and gentlemen, greeting you from Santa Monica High School, Santa Monica, California. On behalf of Edgar Bergen, Charlie McCarthy, Ray Noble and his orchestra, Anita Gordon, Mortimer Stern, Pat Patrick as Ursula Twing, and our special guest, Edward Everett Horton. And here are Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy.
Oh, here we are at beautiful Santa Monica, where the fog meets the smog.
Yeah. Charlie?
Yes, Bergen?
When I came home last night, do you know what I found?
No sound, Mr. Bones. What did you all found, sir?
Well, I saw little furry things running around the house.
Mr. Bergen, have you been at that dandelion wine again?
No. No, it's nothing like that. Even our cook was out in the backyard, jumping and screaming.
Sounds like she got her foot caught in my gopher trap.
Yeah. Well, Charlie, I think you know what I'm talking about. Are you man enough to own up?
Well, I must confess, Bergie, I am the proud father of a pair of baby rabbits.
Yes.
I don't know whether to pass out cigars or carrots.
So now it's rabbits.
Yes, sir. It's McCarthy's Rabbitorium.
I see.
They call me the hair-raising Irishman. We sell the fur. We sell the fur and call it Santa Monica mink.
I see.
Our slogan is "Wrap your honey in a bunny."
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. Selling rabbit fur and for mink.
Yeah.
Don't you know the difference between right and wrong?
Yeah. Wrong is usually fun.
Yeah, I think so.
Those rabbits are awfully nice, though. Their names are George and Herman.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, then you won't have any baby rabbits, will you?
We have the... What, eh?
I say, then you won't have any baby rabbits, will you?
I never thought of that, you know. You mean because they're both rooster bunnies?
Yeah. Well, we say they're both bucks.
Yeah, bucks, yeah.
You see what that does to your little scheme of becoming a millionaire.
Yeah, no dough.
Yeah.
Well, that's a shame, too, because Herman sure has a nice fur coat.
He has.
Oh, lovely pelt. Well, he should have, too. I've been using your favorite hair tonic on him.
Oh. Did it really make his hair grow?
No, it didn't, no. But he's getting so he can throw his voice, though.
All right.
While George, on the other hand, he has more of a crew cut.
Crew cut?
Yeah. And has a little trouble keeping warm until I installed a heating unit.
I see. What was that, Charlie?
I didn't say nothing, Bergen.
Yes. By some strange coincidence, Charlie.
Yeah?
My electric heating pad has disappeared.
It has?
Yes. Did you or did you not take it?
Yeah. Could you reword that question and leave a little room for an evasive answer?
No. Intuition tells me that you took it.
Why, the dirty stool pigeon.
Yeah. You had the nerve to take my heating pad without asking for it.
Yes, sir, I did, sir.
Now, what do you call that?
Well, I still call it a heating pad. But it's hot.
Yes. So now the rabbits are nice and warm. And what about me?
Well, anytime you get cold, you can crawl in with the rabbits.
No. Thank you. I'm not sleeping with rabbits.
Well, then you can use the pad one night and they can use it the next. Alternating currents, you know.
Yes. Well, I think if the rabbits are together, they ought to be able to keep warm.
Well, that's just it. They're not together. You see, Herman doesn't get home until late.
I see. Why is that?
Well, he's playing vaudeville with a magician.
I see. Well, nevertheless, young man, I want my heating pad back.
Well, I was afraid you'd find it in my rabbit hutch, so I hid it in another place.
You hid it?
Yeah.
Where?
Well, that's just it, Bergie. I can't remember.
You can't remember?
No.
You can't remember where you put it?
No, sir.
Have you lost your mind?
No, just your heating pad.
Well, now, Charlie, this is going just a little too far. I'm getting a little hot under the collar.
Say, maybe that's where I hid it.
No. Where do you think you'll end up taking things that don't belong to you?
Well, I'll probably get an all-expense trip to Washington, D.C.
Yeah, that's right.
And here's Ray Noble from this orchestra with a new version of the old favorite, The Best Things in Life Are Free.
Oh, tisket och tisket. I almost blew a gasket.
Well, Mortimer.
Well.
You here again.
Yeah. You can't win all the time.
No.
Because I was playing. I snuzzed, didn't I?
Yes, you certainly snuzzed.
Yeah.
Where are your manners? I say, where are your manners?
What?
Well, what do you say when you sneeze?
Well, I almost always say achoo. Yeah.
See? Yes, I see. Say, I don't like the looks of this. Hey, what are you sneezing from?
Well, I think it's from the nose.
From your nose. Well,
I'm sneezing. I don't know why you sneeze. Just sneeze. I'm no doctor.
No. Well, you shouldn't be having a cold.
Oh, that's fine. That's all right to say.
Yeah. You're hale and hearty.
No, all me and Morty.
Yeah, I know.
You see, that was kind of a dud.
Yeah. That sneeze didn't come off.
No, something stunted its growth.
Yeah.
Kind of a wet fuse.
Yeah. From lowered resistance due to lack of sleep.
Yeah.
Now, you should go to bed with the chickens, you know.
Yeah, no more. I ain't going to do that.
Oh, you've quit it?
Yeah. Not since I fell off the roost did I do it. Couldn't twist my toes around.
Yeah, I know. Well, I certainly hope that it isn't flu.
Yeah.
Did you ever have the flu, Mortimer? I say... Did you ever have the flu?
Well, I think I had it once in Snurdville.
In Snurdville?
Yeah.
And did you shake all over?
No. Just in Snurdville.
Well, the flu and colds are caused by a virus. That's a tiny microscopic organism not visible to the naked eye.
To the what?
The naked eye.
Why, Mr. Bergen. What's your language, Em? Ain't that disgusting?
Yeah. Listen, Mortimer, now, when you go home, I want you to drink a quart of hot lemonade and soak your feet in Epsom salt.
Yeah.
Now, have you got that straight?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
You don't know. What did I tell you?
Oh, go home.
Go home, yes. And then what?
Well, soak my feet in lemonade and drink a quart of Epsom salt.
Mortimer, how long has this sneezing been going on?
Well, ever since Grandpa sent me to the store for this stuff here.
Oh, I see. Well, why, Mortimer, that's a package of pepper, and it's been spilling. No wonder you're sneezing.
Oh, be darned.
Why? And you didn't know enough that what was causing your sneeze.
No.
Mortimer, no one can be quite as stupid as you are.
No?
No.
I am.
Yeah, I guess you are.
Now, Edgar, get that worried look off your face. Boys will be boys. Mortimer and Charlie are all right.
Yes, Mortimer, I can understand, but Charlie, I'm really worried about. You know, I've tried to be both a father and a mother to him.
Well, that's a good trick if you can do it, Edgar.
Yeah, I know. The point is, I failed. I've done all I can do. You know, I believe I'm going to take Charlie to a psychiatrist. Do you happen to know of a good one, Ray?
Oh, dear, yes, rather. I've been going to one for years.
Oh, fine. Yes. Well, then we'll go and see him tomorrow.
Well, no, not exactly. You see, on Mondays, my psychiatrist goes to see his psychiatrist. A little complicated.
Yes, yeah. Well, that's psychiatry.
Yes, isn't it?
Well, then, how about going tonight? Is he really good?
Oh, Edgar, believe me, yes, he's awfully good. When I first went to him, you know, believe it or not, I was almost a mental delinquent. And, you know, I mean, you just have to look. I mean, look at the change. It's so obvious, really.
Well, what change? Hey, what is all this about?
Well, Charlie, I want you to go with me to the doctor.
What's the matter, Bergen? Is that old trouble coming back on?
No. No, Charlie, it's you.
Me?
Yes, I'm going to find out exactly how you can carry all that mischief on your conscience.
Well, I'm building a new wing.
Yeah, I imagine you.
I say, Charlie, Edgar's taking you to a psychiatrist.
Yeah?
Ray, will you accompany us?
Well, gladly, old boy. What are you going to sing?
No, I don't mean we're singing anything.
Oh, well, it's a shame to waste all this good music.
No,
Anita, will you join me?
Oh. I'll be glad to, Mr. Noble.
The stars will remember the night we said goodbye. The stars will remember, so will I. A rose as a token, a kiss that brought us high. The stars will remember, so will I. And now the stars and I, we share the lonely lane. But in my solitude, it seems I hear you call my name. The world may forget you as time goes passing by. The stars will remember, so will I. But in my solitude, it seems I hear you call my name. The world may forget you as time goes passing by. The stars will remember, so will
Yes, this is the office of Dr. Horton. His hours are 7 to 1, 3 to 2, 9 to 5. Also track odds. Goodbye.
We're here to see Dr. Horton, the psychiatrist.
Well, do you want an appointment?
Yeah. What are you doing tonight, babe?
Well, if you think I'm going out with you, you're crazy.
Well, precisely why I'm here.
Oh, Dr. Horton.
Yes. I'm Dr. Horton.
Doctor, there are some patients to see you.
Patients to see me? There must be some mistake. Oh, dear. Oh, what am I saying?
You are Dr. Horton, the famous psychiatrist.
I am? Oh, of course, yes, of course I am, yes.
That's what I say, yes.
Yes.
Well, you see, Doctor, I came to see you.
Say no more. I know exactly what your trouble is.
Well,
you're a paranoiac with chronic neurosis.
No.
Too late. It's much too late.
I'm not even the patient. I'm not crazy.
That's what all my patients say.
Is that so? Well, I can pass any doctor's examination. Hey, Charlie?
You're darn right, Bergen. And I'll hold you up while you're taking it.
Yeah. But, Doctor, you understand, I don't need psychiatry.
Maybe not, but psychiatry needs you.
What?
I haven't had a patient in weeks.
Oh.
Now, tell me all about your hobbies, please. All about your hobbies, your actions, and how much do you have in the bank?
Yeah. Uh-oh. Hey, Doctor, did you study this stuff, or is it just a hobby with you?
No. I studied.
Yeah.
Studied in Italy, Naples, Venice.
What about Florence?
Oh, Florence is married now. Yes, she has 8 children, too. 8. Yeah. Lovely children. There's Helen, there's Giovanni, there's Gismonda, there's Jacqueline.
I know, but Doctor, please.
Lovely children.
Yeah, I know. What we're here is because this boy, he doesn't remember what he does.
Not really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's serious, isn't it? Are you taking anything for it?
Yeah, Bergen's heating pad.
Young man, tell me, are you a schizophrenic?
Well, I have schizoed a little, yes.
That's very interesting indeed. I can see in your face that you're suffering excruciating pain.
Yeah.
Now, what is the trouble?
Well, you're standing on my foot, you dope.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a frog. Tell me, do you suffer? Do you suffer from headaches?
Well, I don't enjoy them, I'll say that.
Do you have a fear of high places?
Yeah, only when I get stuck with the check.
Doctor, I often have a desire to jump off high buildings. How can I be cured?
Well, just follow your desire. Now, young man, what depresses you most?
Well, people like you. See, what's the idea of asking all these silly questions?
It is my job. It's my job to draw people out of themselves.
Yeah, but can you poke them back in again?
Come, young man. Now, let's get ahead with the treatment.
Doctor, how long will Charlie have to come here for treatments?
Exactly 3 years.
3 years?
3.
Why so long?
Then my house will be paid for.
Now, just a moment. Isn't that beside the point?
Nothing of the kind. It's overlooking the bay.
No, I don't mean the house.
Now, let's get ahead, please. Yeah. Let's get ahead with the boy's examination.
Yes. Shall I take my shirt off?
Certainly not.
Well, I didn't mean...
I'm just going to examine your head.
Okay, shall I take off my head?
I don't think it's necessary. No, come now. Let's have a long talk. Go back to your childhood.
Oh, good. I'd like to go back to that old farm, the old days there, and the old swimming hole. Will you join me?
Oh, really? Thank you. You wait till I get my water wings.
Sure.
Please. Tell me, as a baby, did you like people? Were you popular?
As a baby? I would say I traveled in a fast diaper set, yes. I was a beautiful, bouncing baby.
Somebody must have bounced you on the wrong end. Perhaps you got into bad company. Tell me, who are your friends?
Anybody who will lend me money, pal.
What did you say, stranger?
Oh.
Now, let's see. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? My hammer. Where did I put that hammer?
What are you going to do with a hammer?
I'm going to test your reflexes.
Huh?
Please, now, remove your hat.
Yeah, but wait a minute, Doctor. Aren't you supposed to tap his knee?
Why? Oh, it's me, of course. Yes, that's what I say. Yes, of course. Cross your legs.
Yes, sir.
Now, here we go.
Ouch, ouch.
That will be $3 extra.
What for?
My hammer broke.
Oh.
Now, young man, here, please. I want you to sit in this chair, and I'm going to whirl you around to test your equilibrium.
No, that's pronounced equilibrium, Doctor.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'll thank you to keep your little trap shut.
Yes.
But I have a better idea, much better. I will give you the shock treatment.
Uh-huh.
Now, are you ready?
Yes, sir. Boom! Bergen, get up off the floor. One of us is crazy, that's all.
Yeah. Speaking of crazy things, I have a colleague.
Well, I prefer a Doberman Pinscher.
Oh,
I see what you mean.
Dr. Twing?
Yeah. If this is your colleague, you have the dog of the doctor.
Yeah. Friends, my name is Fido Ursel Twing, and I am a hypnotist, a mesmerist, and a just plain-ist.
Are you an accredited hypnotist?
Oh, yes, indeed. He has a sheepskin.
I do not sew. My face is just naturally fuzzy.
Yeah.
But, friends, hypnotism is really my meat.
Oh, it's meat, huh?
Well, no, it isn't exactly my meat either because I'm a vegetarian.
Oh. Well, then it's your potatoes.
Pay attention. But I specialize in, friends, I specialize in trances, dozes, comas, and I also scalp tickets for the Rose Bowl.
Well, can you put me under a spell?
Can I?
Yeah.
Oh. That was very, very smart. I can make you say, I can make you say anything I want you to. That's hypnotism.
No, that's ventriloquism.
Well, go ahead, Doctor, quickly. Go ahead now. Mesmerize him.
All righty. I'll really mesmerize him up good, too. Now, let's start the treatment. Young man, look into my eyes.
Yeah, well, the treatment is worse than the ailment.
Now, please look at my eyes.
Well, I can't. They're looking at each other.
All right, I'll put you into a state of catalepsy, Daisy.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Now, here we go. Concentrate.
Mm-hmm.
Are you concentrating?
Yeah.
All right, repeat after me. I am drowsy. I am drowsy.
You are lousy. You are lousy. The guy is a faker.
You know, I believe you're right, young man. Absolutely right, and I'm ashamed to be associated with him.
I heard that remark, Dr. Horton. Yes, I did, and I'll have you know that I could hypnotize you with one eye tied behind me.
Dr. Twing, let me tell you, I've watched you around this office, and nothing but the law makes me keep my hands off you.
Yeah, nothing but the law makes you keep your hands off a lot of things, Smarty.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Yes, you just come on outside and I'll separate your Sarah from your bellium, if you'll pardon.
Is that so? Well, I'll go outside and I'll give you a good kick in your trance.
Oh!
Yes, you hear me? You heard that, isn't it? Yes. Now, this office is not big enough for the two of us.
No.
So, young man, you will have to decide which one of us doctors you want to treat you.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Well, which one of you has a diploma?
Oh. Well, that lets us both out. Oh.
Goodbye.
From the meticulous work of detectives to the sparks of romance and the timeless laughter of ventriloquism, this episode of Classic Radio Drama Theater has certainly taken us on quite a ride. We hope these 4 classic performances have entertained and intrigued you. Which story captivated you the most? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're always the first to know when a new episode drops. Until next time, remember, the greatest stories never truly fade away.